It's tabletop time.
I'm Lachlan.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Jen.
And today we are diving into the world of the Elder Scrolls. Specifically, journeying to a little island on the eastern coast called Vardenfell. So we're not going to spend too much time beating around the bush with this one. We're going to pretty much dive straight into it. So you are on a boat. And that boat you've been traveling on for a while. And you can hear the sounds of the shore and the sounds of lapping water as it comes in closer to a port. And the sound of wood hitting a pier, rigging being thrown over and tied up, and footsteps on the decking above signifies that you've arrived at your destination. And you're free people. You're not prisoners of any sort. You are capable of acting as anyone with their boat arriving at port. It's not a large boat. It's a single sail vessel. Probably has a crew of about 6 and probably about, well, you're actually the only passengers. It was transporting cargo, and you guys have kind of just like paid a fare to come on the cargo vessel.
This is probably why we're broke.
Yeah, you were all broke. That's one thing. You've all, through your journey, been effectively fleeced by people and have arrived to this new land for a new start or new opportunities, but pretty destitute. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to rush towards the side of the boat and throw up at the earliest available opportunity.
Okay. You run out onto the deck of the boat, and the first thing that greets you is the sound of bugs buzzing in the air and the brackish water of swamps and wetlands heading off to the west. It's humid and uncomfortable and alien to you. There is a make a perception check.
Everyone?
Oh, you guys are still under the boat, just Lachlan.
Let's see how it is.
A challenge level 2.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool. Your eyes are pulled from the sort of fairly Cyrodiilic looking imperial thatched buildings up towards this strange insectile massive creature, almost the size of the boat, that is cleaning itself with chitinous little mandibles and moving very gently, but otherwise sitting fairly still and standing up extremely tall on stilt-like legs.
That's
And
interesting.
what are you doing, Jen and Alicia?
I wake up from a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like the sea breeze to wake you up in the morning. I see if I can help out with any of the boat stuff, because I imagine
Cool.
I'm into sailing. So
You head up to a sort of a boat deckhand, just a standard person.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, Astrid, thank you. Your help is appreciated. And you briefly help with the rigging, but they're almost done and they're getting ready to unload cargo.
okay, anytime.
And what's our other character you do? And you've been on the boat for a couple of days, so like
Yeah.
you've taught they know your names and
Okay.
stuff. You're not. There's only like 10
Sounds
people
like-
on the boat. You've all hung out and eaten meals together and stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to Ferdinand and just make sure you're okay.
I'm all right.
Not used
I'm
to
alright.
sea travel, I see.
Well, no, this is the first time I've left Tamriel mainland. High Rock on the way down. I'm all right. It stopped moving.
As Ahari is glad.
You get used to it after a while.
I'd prefer not to.
So, and you all three, your attention is drawn up to a man wearing an imperial cuirass, looking down at you, who's clearly a guard, and he says, "Travelers on a merchant vessel with a manifesto of cargo, most irregular. You'll be expected to report in to the census office. We check all arrivals to Vardenfell."
Fair enough.
And you do note that he's clearly gone local a little bit, because for an Imperial to be calling it Vardenfell, like he's obviously lived here for a long time. Yeah. So
Fair enough. Imperials.
Are you alright to walk?
I'm fine. I'm not going to fall down. As soon as he steps onto the dock, full face first.
Jelly
I
legs.
just need to sit here for a minute.
I step over your body and start walking.
I'll just... Why is it sticky?
So the guard is pretty clearly leaving, the dock arrives to an area that's actually fenced in. Like, you could easily get around it if you, sort of got off the pier at an awkward angle and stuff like that. But the pier clearly leads down and there's, a walled area and a large 2-story Imperial-style building. Mm-hmm. So it seems designed to hem you in. And, yeah... Your direction, you're pretty hemmed in unless you want to break the mold, which you're role players, you're welcome to break the mold.
Something tells me if we don't go into this building, we don't get our characters, though. So I'm happy to go into this building.
You know what? You're right. Bold of you, bold assumption, correct assumption.
While I'm walking, I want to try and catch some of the bugs that are flying around my face as well with my hand.
I'm going to get you to make a reflex, probably, maybe even sleight of hand. That's a very dexterous hand movement.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
With the chopsticks.
Where's
Challenge
that from?
level.
With the chopsticks. Where's that from? It's from a movie.
Karate Kid.
Yes.
Challenge level? Challenge level?
Challenge level 3. 4 even.
1, 2, 3. I only get 3.
I'll give it to you with 3. You're not particularly successful. You managed to catch a fly and crush it in your hand.
That's fine.
In your paw. Paw hand?
Oh, my paw. Right, I thought you were just telling me I'm poor. I was like, okay.
You are poor.
Thanks
You
for
are
reminding me
poor.
again. Yes.
In your paw,
We are in
paws.
fact poor.
You're
Yeah.
saying I should eat the fly? And then I just kind of flick it out. Yeah, my paw.
Filthy.
I'm going
Says the
to
guard looking at you.
stumble along going, well, I don't want to rock the boat. The boat's been rocking too much anyway.
And you basically, the guard steps aside and lets you head up to the office door where you can enter into the office of censor. Basically, is it censor? That's what it's called. Where they collect
Do a
your
census?
data. Census. I'm saying censor. Census Bureau.
Oh.
And you enter. And you see a Breton man with short white hair but bald on top. And he nods to you and says, "Greetings, travelers.
Hello?
So, you've arrived. But our records don't show from where.
It's the titular line.
Tell me." And then Azahari's first. So he says, "Tell me, where do you hail from? And what is your name?" And he's got documentation in his hand.
So I can't remember the name of it, but so my name is Azahari, and I have a nickname that is No Rumor Azahari, because I don't start rumors.
Yeah, we don't talk about Azahari.
We don't talk about Azahari. And I'm playing a Khajiit. I look basically like Grumpy Cat, so I've got white fur and I've got a bit of a resting nasty face. So
I'm
I'm
picturing that meme, which is the two women shouting at the cat.
Yeah.
Someone redid it with a Khajiit.
basically. So I'm quite different color palette to most Khajiit, but that's fine. So I stand out a little bit. I am pretty much a thief or a rogue, and I'm pretty good at it. The reason I came to Vardenfell is to lay low a bit. I've made some pretty decent enemies, and it's time to kind of make a bit of a change.
The census officer's eyes widen as you...
I don't say in this situation. This is for
just furiously taking notes.
I say that,
that was you.
I'm making a clean start. I've not made many friends from where I'm from, and I'm ready to start anew as a decent citizen of Vardenfell.
Cool.
Yeah.
He says, "Many come to Morrowind.
I take a lot of stuff. I'm really good at it. I'm a kleptomaniac.
Many come to Morrowind for a fresh start." And you, Nord.
Yes, my name is Astrid. I'm a Nord. I'm here I'm here to go hunting as a holiday. I'm definitely not here to scout for potential raids. Yeah, I'm a shield maiden, and I've got my shield. and my axe.
Awesome. And you're moderately armored and armed. You definitely look like a fighter warrior, shield maiden. Whereas the two of you are much more lightly equipped. But
Just sort of general leather armor. Well, I'm Ferdinand. I'm a Breton.
yes, I see civil traveling with the uncivil, of course.
Yes.
looks
Well,
like
I'm a
me.
traveling minstrel. I was being sent on a journey by the god Geoffrey. You know, one of the elder ones, not one of the divines. You know. To each their own.
Not a good
I
one.
don't care. But he wants me to travel throughout the land and see all of the natural wonders of this world, documented in song.
I'm sure he does.
I think I'll skip the oceans though.
Now, this territory is under imperial law, and you'll be expected to abide it. Is that understood?
Yep,
Of course, yes.
definitely.
Well, you traveled here as free citizens, so you're free to go.
Dodged a bullet.
Door is down the corridor and to your right.
Thank you. Have
Big
a nice
celeb.
day. Thank you.
You walk. You leave.
Yeah,
Yep.
we
You
leave.
don't. Yep. You just leaving that dude.
Mhm.
You walk down the corridor and to your right into a small room that has a dining table. There's like it's set for a meal, but there's no food served. There's some books on the shelf and a lockpick on the table for some reason.
I take the lockpick.
Okay.
Once everyone's kind of leaving the room, I want to take that
You
lockpick.
take the lockpick off the table, and the door leading out is open.
Why is everything so sticky here?
It is quite warm.
It is.
Can't imagine how you feel, Nord.
Oh, it's awful.
Azahari kind of likes it. Mine's,
Thought elsewhere was a dry heat.
well, there's lots of food at least.
Yeah, well.
You stand in the room. Or are you heading on?
We'll head on.
Okay.
Hold
So you move through a small amphitheater of outside space. It's like an internal garden, which then leads to another door back into the census office.
This place is weird.
It is strangely designed, yes. But
Don't
once
like
you
it.
head through
I blame the
there,
Imperials. Can't do
you're
anything simple.
given a look of scrutiny by an Imperial Guard captain. But the door onward leads outside. You can head out.
That's a class
Azahari.
idea.
Azahari gets the feeling that everyone wants to hurt her in this town.
It's just Imperials. They've got resting Empire face.
Oh, me too. Bit similar, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you exit the door. And
Finally
you are-
leave this goddamn building.
You are out. You are now on your own. You are
Not another
outside of
guard.
the railroads of the beginning. As you stand in a town that you know is called Seydaneen. That is the town you've arrived at.
How do you
There's a
spell that?
small Seydaneen. And yeah, you're in Seydaneen. Several houses around. You can see that strange creature that was called... Well, you don't know what it's called.
I want to go up to it and go, look.
And there
Let's
its cry
document
is.
it.
And as you're sort of standing in this area, you hear a psst, psst. Look around, and a fairly not concealed person is standing in between two buildings behind a barrel. It's a Bosma. They're about 5'2", wood elf, and they are beckoning to you quietly, and then they slink back into the darkness of the alley, or the gap between the two houses. The town is too small to have like alleyways, but you know, it's a swamp. It actually has no walls and leads directly out into swampland.
I want to acknowledge this person, but then look around and see if anyone else in the town pays any attention to them or to us, if we were to follow.
No,
Great.
everyone seems those like there's a lot of bustle as there's a lot of unload of cargo. The traders and stuff all have gone through the census hall because they want to collect the goods that they've ordered, and the town's mostly focused on that. Everyone's
Great.
paying attention to other
Cool.
things.
I'll go just straight ahead and follow.
Cool.
I'm broke, so
Are you
Yeah.
coming?
Yeah, I guess I'll come along.
And you head down there, and this sort of figure starts to rain.
God, I just
Bosma.
thought it couldn't get more sticky.
It's some kind of respite from the heat. No, a hot rain again. Hello, Azahari, yes? Our mutual friends told me you'd be arriving.
I don't have any friends.
Good. Keep it that way. I come to give you some free advice and maybe a job if you want it.
Hey.
Or information if you need it.
Azahari's ears like twitch a little bit as she hears his job.
Just gonna poke out like over the shoulder, sort of obnoxiously. It's like, does the information cost money?
This is free. Yes, it's free. My name is Anardell. Pleased to meet you. And she offers her hand.
I don't, hey. I just nod.
I'll grab it and just shake it way too vigorously.
She meets it with aplomb. She's very cheery and quite happy to.
What was her name, sorry?
Anardell.
Just wrote down
Another A.
Anadel.
Hey, I wrote the character name before you chose your character names.
Yeah, true.
How's it spelled?
Anrdel.
Anderdel.
Rain pours, but you're all hustled under like an eave of thatch and the rain's dripping down almost like a curtain as you're all huddled, which is further making it so that people aren't really noticing you. It does rain a lot. in
Wish I'd studied some
Morrowind.
alteration.
Oh, you do magic? Cool.
A little bit.
So, which is it then? Work or information?
Why not both?
Yeah.
What would you like to know?
Tell us about this work you have.
Well, for someone of your skills, Azahari, I've heard that, well, I know that you might be finding work in a little town called Laoad. It's just along the road, along the coast to the west. Small town. There's good work there.
What was the name of the town, sorry?
Laoad. Hlaoad. 2 words.
Sorry, HLA.
Hlaoad.
Hello.
Yeah. Laoad. Oh, Laoad.
God.
Hello, Alad.
There is a Khajiit named Razid, and he will be looking for help, I'm sure. That is all. I do this as a favor.
Favor for
It's
who?
a pretty weak job.
Favor for who?
For Azahari. It's mutual friends and all that. Don't newcomers to a new land want new opportunities?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. Good.
What was the other thing?
Other thing.
Will we get paid for the
Oh.
work?
Of course. Of course you get paid.
Ah,
And it looks like your coin purses run light. So,
Well, I can tell you I've got probably enough symptoms to, I don't know, jerky.
maybe. Things
A
are
jerky
expensive.
here?
now. Yes, of course.
God damn. of
I
course
don't know this person at all, right? Like I haven't heard of.
Well, you've never
her-
met them.
Her name
No,
or anything.
you
No,
haven't met
cool.
them.
Just checking. Just checking.
Oh, you know the name.
I know the name.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on your list of like it's your only contact in Morrowind.
Great.
And
No,
that
that's
you
cool.
don't know them well. It's like a cousin's cousin sort
Yeah.
of arrangement, but they were basically told to meet you here and give you some tips on where you could get a bit of
Right.
a start.
So I won't pickpocket her.
Okay.
Just wanted to double check. Great. Well.
So-
Is there anything else?
So,
Yeah.
west.
Is there? I don't know.
West. We arrived from the north, so west.
I think he's
Which
very
way's
turned
west?
around. It's west along the. She points. So it's along the coast into the marshes.
That way. All right.
Yes, it's not a favorite place of mine, but we do what we must.
It's comforting. Ah, well. One must travel through a shithole every now and then.
I'll bring up my map.
You have a map. Oh, right. Of course
I
you
have a map. I have the map that shipped with the game.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys don't get to see it, but I do.
Oh, well, I mean, I get to.
You can see it. That's fine.
I'll try not to look too much.
No, it doesn't matter that much. But anyway, it's not overly detailed.
Azahari would like to know about rumors.
Rumors? Rumors. Rumors that someone has
there's
their
a
phone on
bard.
silent. There's a bard just
Playing
swinging by.
music? Can you be quiet, sir?
So, I'm just going to leave that in the video. It's like the cinema thing. Rumors, you say? Rumors. Well, there's an awful pestilence rumored to be spreading amongst the land. Makes people strong and sick and bloated. Monstrous. But
Strong and sick?
yes. They swell and don't feel pain, but they are aggressive and powerful and not themselves. They turn pale and bloated and disgusting, but that's all a rumor. We've barely heard any
What on
cases.
earth?
Something to do with that Ash Mountain.
Does it have a name?
Not yet. But I hear the Mage Guild is talking about naming it.
Right. Azahari thinks that we should be on our way.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, if that's what you wish. Good luck. Vardenfell is a hard place and needs harder people, so hope you're up to the challenge. You look capable, don't you?
Ah, thank you.
Nice gear. Don't see Nordic make here often.
Well, bread make.
Breton don't make anything I'm interested in. I jest. You're all so serious and easy to... funny. Good. I love a good bit of sport with the newcomers. So,
Every time.
enjoy the weather.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
And then she...
Enjoy. Right.
And then she slinks off with a fairly low level of skill, just like slinks off in a way, but in a way that makes you guys kind of think like the whole fact that she was behaving sussly is a bit odd because nothing she said in her conversation seemed like something you'd need to hide or pretend wasn't happening.
That was weird. West!
Let's go.
I point your arm in the right direction.
Cool. Which is away from
West.
the
I need a compass.
large insect creature that is sort of about 50 meters away from you up on a platform.
Need to get a map.
Thank God.
Oh, he is there. Sorry.
Yeah, the Strider's there.
Strider. Oh, we'll go up to the Strider.
Okay. You want to?
But the large insect. Sorry,
So
I
you-
don't know what that's called.
you wander around guards giving you odd looks.
Wait, why are we going up to that thing?
It's sort of to the east, but
You'll see.
and then you wander and go up a little hill because there's a hill that slopes up and then a ramp like a pier, but in the sky leads out to the side of this thing. And now you're up at this side angle. You can see that there is it's like had one of its chitinous plates peeled off, and if you could take one segment out of a cockroach's shell, basically, and there's sort of like a silk and canvas rain stopping roof thing built there, and there's bags inside, and there's actually one person sitting in there flicking through a scroll and writing down with some ink and quill, waiting for something. And there's also there is a person, there is a woman, I believe. No, it's a man. There is a male Dunmer standing
Oh, cool.
basically at the side of the pier in the rain, but he's got a little bit of tent above him.
I approach him.
Cool. Greetings.
Passage to.
Hello.
Oh, it's Fable. Sorry.
The Strider doesn't travel to Laoed. I can take you to Genesis, Suran, or Vivek
Coin.
for the journey. Well, to go to Vivek would be around 30 septims. You've got the money. You guys have got about
30.
10 each.
Oh, 30 for everyone? Or
No.
30 each, yeah.
Each. You guys are dead poor.
No, that's cool. I just needed to know how expensive it was. Okay. But the other place you can take us to, how that's the same place.
They're more expensive.
More expensive.
Further away. The journey will take hours.
How far to Hallowad by foot?
It's walking distance. It'll probably take you an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. Be careful on the road, travelers.
All right.
I'd like
So-
to walk. I'd like to suss out all the land.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
cool.
we're up
And just
pretty
have a-
high, so
have
that
a
makes
look.
sense.
Yeah.
It's probably uncharacteristically nice to you, but he is paid to be nice to people. So, all right, you're heading away from the large insect, Silt Strider.
We'll walk, I think.
Cool. You begin to walk. You head west, and very quickly you leave the town and its lighthouse behind you, and the rain buckets heavily down from above. It's
I put
rather
up my
uncomfortable.
hood, my little.
Your ears flick.
Yeah, I start licking my toe.
The reprieve of the rain is the insects seem to sort of disappear, and they're not really buzzing around as much. They're landed and disappearing, and you begin to journey. The path is not well established, so I'm going to get someone to make a survival check to lead the group. So you are navigating. It becomes rapidly brackish swampland. There's ponds of water and mangrove-like trees everywhere.
Oh, you have points in it, isn't it?
No, she doesn't. What's the point? They don't exist.
Sounds level 2.
Okay.
Because you can just follow the coast.
No!
5
Good
successes
job.
for
You got a
Astrid.
good look while you're up.
Astrid.
I got this, guys. Don't worry.
You have navigated many times, and in this particular instance, you know that you can just follow the coast. So as long as you keep sort of one eye, like to the left, the ocean, you know that Laoad is a fishing village, so you'll get there. And yeah, you navigate pretty deftly. You manage to avoid any of with that roll, you actually guide everyone away from any of the uneven or sloppy muddy ground, like the pitfalls that could, unwary traveler might just go and their foot goes like halfway deep into mud.
I'm like, whoa, don't step there. Just
What? Oh,
go around. Come this way. Yeah.
Destiny roll, 17. All right, that's fairly good.
You're a good companion to have.
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Useful.
I agree.
After traveling for about 15 minutes, on your path, you're around there's 2 large ponds and some big trees. You're kind of forced, like funneled into that gap. And as you head there, I'm going to get you all to make perception checks. Challenge level 6.
Oh.
You might not be able to succeed.
Could use a
I just rolled 6 successes on 6 dice. 4 successes. One success for Azahari.
I've only got 4 dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes.
Well, I did the best.
Astrid and Azahari don't actually manage to spot really anything.
I'm too busy guiding everyone.
Yeah, fair.
But who's leading?
I'll be leading.
Astrid's at the front.
I'm probably in the middle.
What are your reflexes?
I've got a point.
I've got.
We all
1 point?
No,
I do not
just
have a
us.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. So because none of you actually noticed, I'm going to I'm going to odds and evens this. Okay, so that is Ferdinand and Azahari. So basically Astrid forges ahead, and then to the sides, suddenly there is a flurry of movement and this sound. And
I
then
don't like that.
the sound almost like shears closing shut as there's a flurry of movement as mud itself peels out of the ground and just up out of the dirt. These
Heck yeah.
piles of mud's like dripping off it, and it's rather disgusting. And they attack
By
you
the
before
gods.
you have a chance to react. So what I'm going to do is that this is going to be an attack roll. You guys can make attack rolls, but you can't score victory levels. So you can basically fend them off. But for this first round, Astrid, you're not involved at all.
Okay.
You effectively cannot score a victory level.
What do I roll? Because I don't have my sword out.
So you'd be unarmed if you're unarmed, and then you can pull your weapon out because you have no reflexes.
So that's just strength and intelligence added to it?
Yeah, it'll be a 5 dice combat roll if you're untrained.
All right.
And you are looking for 3. You get 2.
Get 2.
Okay. So there is a flurry of movement and a shears noise as do you have armor?
Yes.
Would you like to use your armor to lower this
Yes.
level 1 victory? Okay.
I will use my 1 point of armor.
Okay, so these vice-like massive shears on the front of a huge crustacean covered in mud clamp around your shin, but your greave, your like leather armor protection, buckles and takes the majority of the hit. Azahari, you have to beat 2 successes.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 successes. You deftly bounce out of the way using your Khajiit agility, but because you were surprised, you're unable to inflict anything on him.
I'm also, if I can, in my turn, shout. Just like, hey!
Okay, you shout, hey.
Just alert.
Astrid spins around. And now we go into regular combat. These bad boys have no reflexes, so that you guys are going to declare after them, with the exception of Ferdinand. We're going to roll
Actually,
off.
I'm going to hiss at them
4.
and loud enough that you
Yeah.
can
So that'll
Okay.
declare first. They're going to continue to attack the people that they had. So they're just going to attempt to clamp on Azahari and Ferdinand.
Okay.
So, what are you
Declaration.
3 doing?
I would
Your
like to stab it
declarations.
in the face.
Okay, so you're going to draw a knife and stab the mud crab?
Sword.
Sword? Yep, what are you wielding?
Probably just like a one-handed standard Breton longsword, so it's sort of ornamental. Looks similar to like the Imperial ones, because I'm pretty sure the Imperial copied the Breton design.
Okay, cool.
So it's just, like probably a...
punch it in the face.
I'm just going to punch it in the face.
Yep.
And Astrid.
I'm going to.
punch it in the jeans.
How many are there? Like,
It's 2.
oh, there's 2.
Hmm?
I'm going to throw my axe at one of them.
You're going to throw your axe. Which one?
Not the one that's on.
The one that's
Ferdinand's
fighting
leg.
Azahari.
The other one, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to resolve it all. These beautiful grabby lads get 1 less dice now because they didn't surprise you. So against Ferdinand, it gets 5 successes.
What do I add for a
Wow.
sword? It's 2d6 for like a...
A medium weapon's 1d6.
How many did I just get?
5.
My character dies already.
You get 4 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Again, seriously.
It could be worse. All right, so that's that.
I will use
So
my strength to reduce the victory
You have
level by
strength?
1.
Okay, so you reduce it by 1 and it's neutrality. So it's now clamping into your leg.
Just
and
bashing its head ineffectively with the pommel.
it actually, you feel it piercing, it pierces your like flesh, but not in a way that leads to an injury, in the way that like you start to get, like blood starts to come out of crushed skin. But if it pulled off now, it wouldn't be any lasting injury.
Just bashing it in the
It's
head
just getting
with a pommel.
tighter and tighter, and you can feel the armor on your leg is buckling. I'm going to get you to make an endurance check as blood is drawn. The challenge level for this is going to be 2.
Guys, we didn't quick save.
Hey!
2 successes. All right. And now, the one that is attacking Azahari, and it is attacking you 100% focus,
Cool.
gets 3 successes.
Okay. Punch it in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 successes. So you get, what did I say, 2 successes?
Yeah.
You get a level 3 victory.
Great. Is that on here?
I think it's the other side.
Now, Astrid,
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I'm going to get you to make a combat roll, but I'm going to get you to assist with throw.
Okay. So, how many?
So basically, that's going to determine your accuracy, and so you need to get, when you assist with throw, it's whatever your throw roll would be. So is it 6 dice?
Yeah.
And if you get more than 3, it adds automatic wins to your combat roll. Less than 3 subtracts it, which basically means
Okay.
your aim is either true or it's not going to be true.
If you
So-
hit me,
Okay.
I'm not going to be happy.
Well, Astrid's
I'm
throwing
aiming
at the one
other
fighting as a
one,
hurry.
so-
So.
I want to cause serious injury to it.
Sorry?
Serious injury.
Serious injury?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just basically...
Knock
And describe it. What do you do to it?
Oh, I like size it up, go in and just punch, like uppercut it to just try and really knock it out and,
Okay.
and do harm to it.
Destiny roll. You punch it and there is like foamy bubbles come out of the crabby mouth as you get your fist in underneath. And at the same time, it doesn't injure it as much as you would have thought it would, due to the fact that you're using your fists
Yep.
against a very armored exoskeleton
Yep.
of a creature.
That's fine.
So it doesn't take as much damage as you think. Now, Astrid, let's make that a assist roll.
So I do
The six dice?
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
So you get 5 successes
wow,
on your
then.
throw. So your aim is true, and you're going to get 2 automatic wins onto your damage.
Jeebus.
Fantastic.
So
So now it's
now
that
you
one?
roll your combat roll. Yep.
Okay.
So that'll actually have an additional. How many points? What's the skill points in it?
7.
7 total.
So it's
dice.
3 plus 2 is 5, and then 2 skill points is 7. So you have 8 because an axe gives you +1.
Oh, yeah.
So the axe itself will give you an extra dice
With 2 automatic successes.
with 2 automatic successes. All right.
Lovely.
Okay.
Oh,
3
three.
successes. So you get 5 successes. So you get a level 3 victory on this creature.
Okay.
So how would you like to describe what you do? What's your choice? You can make there's the combat results at level 3 or
Okay.
below.
So it's this one.
Yeah. Is it victory level 3 that she got?
Yes,
Yeah.
level 3
Yeah.
victory.
So my axe just like hits it.
So you're just
Like,
throwing it
I'm
direct and
I'm
you're
just
trying
throwing
to
it
injure
directly at it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
To get it.
So your
down
axe
as
is
much as
dead
possible.
on and right in the center of this crab. It just goes, and its shell cracks, and the axe embeds in its shell and clearly penetrates it. And there's foaming, and it claps its chitinous jaw even faster. It's not dead though, and it seems like its armor absorbed some of that impact. But by the look of it, that armor is very breached. And now we're going to go into another round of combat. Ferdinand.
God
Oh,
damn it.
declaration. They're just going to keep attacking the people they're already
Yeah.
attacking
Yeah.
because they're crabs.
Same.
I would like to attempt to stab it again.
Sure. You're chasing 3.
2, 3, 4.
4. Okay. And Astrid, what are you doing?
I would like to inflict a minor injury and take a moment while
I'm-
I just.
It shrugs off your blow. Uses its strength to reduce you to nothing.
While everybody else is taking their turn, I've got to.
Okay,
Real
cool.
quickly.
So I'm running towards them, and I've got my shield, and I'm gonna like try and bash it with my shield.
Okay, do a shield bash. Which
Okay.
one are you? The one that's with Azahari that you've already injured, or the one that's fighting Ferdinand?
I'm gonna go and help Ferdinand. I think.
Yep.
I think you've got it covered. I think you're okay.
We're good
yeah.
to go.
I'm gonna go help Ferdinand because he looks like he's struggling a bit.
Cool. All right, so you charge in with your shield. So you're going to make a charge roll, so you get +1 dice to this attack.
Okay.
But are you skilled in shield combat?
I thought that went under medium weapons.
I don't think.
Shield maiden.
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't
Shield
think.
maiden.
So you can fight with it. It just
Yeah.
you won't get as many dice as you would with
Okay.
your axe because you haven't got the points in fighting with a shield.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say I'm going to give you. You won't get your weapon, so it'll be 7 dice. I'm just going to give you -1, so 6 dice +1 for charging, so you get 7.
7. Okay.
Oh.
4 successes. I guess the one that was fighting Ferdinand, which had 3, so you get a level 1 victory on it.
Okay.
So you can have a look at the level 1 options.
Okay.
Well, Jen, did I roll your crab?
No, you did not.
All right, mud crab time.
Crabby, crabby.
4 successes
Oh my God.
as it snaps at you. So it's got an axe embedded in its head. Actually, it should have had less dice because it's just been injured. 1 success.
Much
One
better.
success.
Much better. I'm just going to try and punch it again. But my intention is to try and sort of punch it so I can knock it on its back and get to the juicy underside.
Okay, so make a combat roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. That is a fatal injury, my friend. So what do you do?
Level 4 was it?
It's level 6, so you have...
I can kill it.
Off the chart.
Yeah, I do exactly
what do you
that.
do? You just got an axe embedded in its head.
I'm gonna pull out the axe. I'm gonna jump on top of it, pull out the axe, and then push it over.
Yep.
And then cut up its juicy insides, like the soft underbelly.
Well, you fought with unarmed, so you can't...
Okay, I throw it away and just punch the insides of it.
So you rip the axe out and just like shove your
sort of
Khajiit claws into the cracked
yep.
exoskeleton
Yeah,
of this
let's do
mud
that.
crab
Yep.
and just scramble that egg.
Yeah.
And the mud crab just for a moment, like all its limbs just kind of like flick up, like you've just severed a bunch of nerve endings and it spasms out, and then it just sort of goes and just flops onto the ground and foam just like ejects from its mouth at this huge rate, and it goes completely still.
I start sort of also, now that it's dead, I'm going to start sort of raiding it and getting all the meat and pieces.
You just start scooping raw crab meat out of the top of the mud crab.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And Astrid, you rolled and you got a level 3 victory. Is that so? Was it? Is that what I
Level
said?
1, I think
Level 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I was just like
Just
trying
injuring
to
it.
bash it. Yeah.
Cool.
Bash it in the
You
head.
you smash it with your shield a couple of times, and you see the top of its chitinous shell just cracks a little bit, but it doesn't seem to take any damage.
Okay.
As you're kind of, it's using its mechanically, it's using its armor to reduce your damage.
Right. Okay.
There's one mud crab left, but being dumb, it's just going to continue to fight Ferdinand,
Yeah. Okay.
who is currently having a break, and it gets 3 successes.
Yay.
Okay.
So it's dedicating all of its combat roll into Ferdinand, so it's not splitting, so it can only injure him.
Azahari is going to be super, like, focused on what she's doing. So
And just not fight.
So I'm not fighting.
Okay.
But I'm still eating, and you would need to do something to get my attention.
So Lachlan, Azahari like got 6 successes, pulled the axe out of the mud crab and stuck her claws in the hole and scrambled the meat. And now there's a dead mud crab. You have just been bitten with 3 successes in the following round.
Okay, so that's another attempt for me.
Yep.
Are they poisonous?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am
6
sick of this thing.
successes. Yep.
So I am going to bring out my longsword and just for flavour, a little bit of illusion magic, just dance in the eyes and daze it, and then just stab it and stab it.
And there was a crack in the armor that Astrid had made with her shield. And you can, with 6 successes, you beat it by
I think
4?
Can you say 3? So I think that's
You beat it by 3. Yeah, so there's a chink in the armor that you can basically just like
Yeah, just
stick
stick
the
it in
sword
and then just lever it. I'd like to.
Astrid, you get a combat roll as well. You're gonna keep bashing with the shield, or your axe is now laying discarded next to you that you can pick up.
I was gonna say, how good are you at throwing?
Oh, I threw it.
She just
I
dropped
threw
it next to
Yeah.
So can I reach it?
You can reach it easily.
Okay,
You
I
just
pick up my axe
Cool.
and I.
Let's go.
help Ferdinand.
8 dice.
8 dice.
Smack that crab.
Oh, let's get rid of this thing.
We couldn't be playing Morrowind without a mud crab. 4 successes, you get a level 1 victory. So,
Those people.
with that and the 2 of you, with 4 levels of victory on this thing, you kill it. Your sword goes in, you start like cracking its shell. Astrid swings her axe as like a stray crab leg comes up and might have stabbed you and just cuts the leg clean off. And in a matter of seconds, the mud crab is vivisected and lays unmoving on the ground.
Ew, gross. How are
Asahari,
you eating that?
What?
Oh,
So what is happening right now? Azahari, describe
that
what
is
you're doing.
disgusting.
So I'm on top of the mud crab, and I'm currently eating the insides of
Make an endurance
the
check.
mud crab.
I mean, you should cook it first.
Yeah, that's fine.
But, like, I mean,
3 successes. What was the challenge level?
Your Khajiit, your Khajiit sort of physiology, constitution staves off a few squirms in your belly, but you swallow down and you're fine. You're not too worried. So, yeah, you're all right.
Cool.
After eating raw mud crab meat out of the top of the damn thing. Cool.
And I walk over to you guys and kind of put my arms out so the rain kind of washes off some of the gross blood and guts on my fingers, or my claws.
Nicely done.
As Ahari sees a free meal, she has a bite.
Should cook it first.
Can I like properly
It's better
butcher
fresh.
it?
You probably you can cut
And
this.
like,
You
can we use the armor for something or like?
slop. Not in its current state anymore.
Might
And
be able to
your
sell it to
armor,
somebody.
your armor's
I've already
way
got
better.
armor,
You've
yeah.
got good Nordic armor.
Yeah.
But yeah, you like slide off the piled mud off the top of it, and you kind of take the crab shell, the core of its body that hasn't been eaten by Azahari.
Yeah.
You have a mud shell.
Might be able
body.
to sell that.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. I don't eat it just yet. I just keep it for a rainy day.
All right. It's like this big, so you like put
okay.
it on your back with a bit of rope,
I'm just carrying it.
and then head.
I'm gonna
on.
walk around with my sword out from now on.
You journey
Oh no.
2 on the
There's a
destiny
2.
roll.
Oh, no.
Strength and armor regenerates after combat, right?
Strength is armor's per combat, strength is per day. So
I made a bold assumption. I was wrong.
you journey on. It's kind of like a long rest, short rest in our situation for strength and armor.
That makes sense.
So you journey onwards, and probably 2/3 of the way to your destination of Tlaoad. I'm going to make a perception check. Perception check.
2 points into this.
You're looking for 3 successes.
I got 3 successes.
Nice.
I've succeeded at something.
0.
2.
All right, so the 2 of you don't spot anything. We have to roll off because we got a tie. Ties lead to rollies now.
Wait, the same roll again?
So we just roll off. But so basically, these 2 got beaten regardless of what this roll's outcome is. So you got 1 success, I got 2. So you do not see anything. Well, you don't see anything until it's sort of too late to spot it. And as you're walking, and in the far distance, you actually can see a mast of a boat, and you know you're getting close to your destination.
Oh, okay.
That's what distracts me at the last second, the mast.
Yeah. No.
Go from...
Oh, a mast. And then you almost spot some. But as you get distracted from a nook, is a little rock wall and a nook and a voice. Someone steps out. There's a voice. Outlanders.
Oh, it's just a local. Hello.
These are dangerous parts.
Yeah, we noticed. Look at my leg.
Azahari destroyed a mud crab back there. It was awesome.
Yeah, I've got it on my back.
Did you hear? There's a tax for Outlanders here to enter Laoat.
No.
No, we weren't told. We weren't told this.
The Bureau, poor at informing people. Imperials. So, you
Is he alone?
can pass for 15 gold.
Is he alone?
From what you've seen, he's alone. He's the only one talking
Can I
to you.
make a purse?
You already did, and you failed.
Can I?
Would you take a dead mud crab carcass instead?
I do not want your scrap. I want your gold.
Can I make a perception check to see if he's full of shit?
An insight check.
Yeah, but it's
Ah,
we use
yeah,
perception for insight, don't we?
Yeah. You can do that for for an insight check.
Can I have a look for traps? Like if he set something up in particular on the ground.
You're looking for 2.
I got 3, I think.
Okay. He's definitely lying. There's no tax.
Yeah.
What was that?
Can I look for see if there's any traps? That part of the perception.
It's all muddy and rained. Yeah, it's part of the perception.
That's cool. That's cool.
You failed to spot any kind of ambush that you might be.
Azahari smells a liar.
How about a performance? Do you like music?
How about I kill him?
I like Dunmer music.
But a less rude song. That is one that was listed under Dunmer. Those songs yesterday on Law.
It's called The Less Rude.
It's called a less rude song. There's a
Less
song
rude
called
song.
like the rude song by the.
Make a persuasion check. Challenge level 4.
Can I assist with illusion?
How would you like to cast a
Calm
spell?
is illusion.
So you're going to cast a spell on him.
Perhaps. Yes.
You failed to convince him. He's like, I'm not interested in a song. I just want you to pay the tax.
Okay, well then plan B is to just cast like calm on him because that's an illusion spell for some reason. Like all the mental spells.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to say that this guy's disposition is, so it just calms them down and makes them neutral towards you.
Yes, I think it's usually used in combat so that like if somebody that would normally be attacking you, they just like now treat you as like just a friendly person. And
So
that you pass.
currently he's not really hostile towards you.
But like because that sort of spell is under illusion, I also assume that like the equivalent to just like friends would be illusion.
To twist his disposition from being outright hostile to that, yeah, I'm going to say you can, but the challenge level for that is going to be 4. To go from like enemy to friend, it's pretty hard.
Well, I mean, it's either this or we fight him anyway. So you know, like you know,
Try all the options first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yay!
All right. So you cast a spell and
Just left hand just sort of glows just like light blue, and it's just like, no. Are you sure?
he stands there and his disposition seems to shift. And he says, all right, you can pass. And then he kind of leans back.
Hurry, this doesn't last forever.
And then an arrow sails past and flumps into the tree next to you. And you hear a voice and you spin and there's an archer.
Can I?
And you just hear a voice that says, you can piss off your part of the cut, but what about mine? And then the Dunmer says, all right, 7 gold, I guess.
Okay, I just got a question. Is that for all of us?
Yes, it was 5 per person.
I'll just throw them 7 septums.
Okay, cool. You have 3 remaining.
Go, go, go.
You can go. And then you see the archer guy like lean back into the woods.
The guy that's been calmed, how close is he to us?
He was right near you.
I want to try and pickpocket him.
Hand him the
Just take the
7
money
gold.
back.
As I walk past, you just try and take it back.
The weather's pretty bad. The visibility's pretty poor. It does seem like a really bad idea, but you can make a sleight of hand check.
Do it.
Oh my god, I like that. Just hand him the 7 gold and then you steal it
She
back
gives
out.
you a wink,
No,
like
I'm not expecting her to tell me. I'm just expecting
Yeah.
her to just be like, yeah,
What's the challenge level?
I found 7 gold.
2.
2.
I'm gonna spend a.
I rolled 2.
I'm gonna spend
I
a
rolled 5.
destiny to get advantage.
Okay. You have
I
advantage.
really don't want to fail this.
With the amount of dice you have.
You get
So-
4 at least.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4,
3
5.
successes and then their advantage.
4 minutes later, you're well away from them walking through
Yeah.
the swamps. And at this point, as a hurry, you pull out the purse that you swiped and you count the 26 gold pieces in your pocket.
oh, lovely. Does she show us or
Yeah.
does she?
I'm gonna give you back the money that you paid him. Toss it to you.
Oh.
And put it in your hand.
I'm so grateful I'm even going to ask questions. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see anything.
Cool. And
Yeah, you bastards.
arrive.
You're pretty handy to have along too.
Thanks.
You arrive
And you too.
Thank you.
on the edge just as the rain and thunder starts to settle. And this is a small fishing village. There's no more than 6 shacks and a small wharf with a boat. There's no wall, no fence. It's just traditional sort of Vardenfell, Dunmer shacks, fishing village sort of thing. And you walk into town. There's not really anyone outside due to the fact it's been pouring with rain.
Well, we're looking for a
Kiji.
Kiji, aren't we?
Make a perception check. Anyone? Sounds level 2.
4.
Yep, well done.
Ferdinand can be the first to spot it. There's only one building in here with any marks of obvious sort sort of nature, and that is one of the houses has a little wooden sign hanging out the front that says "Fat Legs Drop Off," and it's like a trader's shop. All the other ones are personal houses. That's
Walk up towards the shop.
and you open the door.
I knock on the door for no reason.
No one responds to the knocking initially.
I attempt to open it. I assume
The
it's
door
unlocked.
swings open.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. There's a red guard standing behind the door, standing behind a counter. Can I help you with anything?
Is there any... We're looking for somebody. I think I've switched to American for some reason.
You have.
Damn it. One day I'll get a consistent accent.
You were like some kind of English, some kind of Cockney English.
Bit of Cockney English. Go back to this one. This'll do. This is a different accent altogether, but it'll do. Ferdinand.
You must be very well travelled with all these.
Well, I have been. I've been pretty much everywhere on time.
Yeah. So it was a trading shop, right?
Yeah,
And I'm going to get Azahari to make a perception check while you guys talk.
I'm looking for a Khajiit other than that one, and yes, she does.
Kind of eye you up suspiciously. 1, 2,
4
3,
successes. Azahari spots the telltale sound of paws on the ground and turns, before Ferdinand can, to the Khajiit that gets sort of comically close behind you just to annoy you, and then says, "You look for Khajiit. Khajiit has found you. I am Razid. Why do you seek me?"
Oh, God, is that fish?
Just the man we were looking for.
He recoils slightly and then looks at Azahari and he's like, "Even the outlanders are foul in these parts. No manners. Now who are you? I do not know you."
We were told you have a job for us, some work for us.
For who?
My name is Azahari.
Azahari. And your names?
I'm Astrid.
Ferdinand?
You two, I do not know. You. I can give you a chance. Come, let's discuss business.
Right, all three of us?
Steve, it's fine.
All three of us, or just...
You may all
Are we
come.
not invited?
Yay!
Yeah, hooray.
I'd like to earn some money.
Can I quickly look at this trader's store? Like, what does he sell?
It's just a general store and like a fishing village.
I kind of look.
Can I can I just while we're here, how much for the mud crab carcass?
We'll give you one septum.
Just one.
Yes.
Better than none.
Mud crabs are common. It's a fishing village.
He's got a point.
All right, I'll take it.
This was the
Cool.
original voice. I'm back.
I'll take it.
I've got it back. There we go.
So,
Is there anything on shelves?
yeah, but it's like a general store.
Okay.
There's nothing like, yes, there are flower petals and like little pots and little like
Nothing really that
like
I
ceramic
care
pots.
about.
There's like a lot of fishing lures and like
Yeah, it's all
bait.
Okay,
and
okay. All right, I'll go out with him.
Why did you steal a pocket full of bait?
there is a bone meal bracer, a set of bracers. Bone bracers.
Hot, heavy, or light, or medium?
Medium.
Is there a little price tag on them?
Probably wouldn't suit. Yeah, like 150.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are so
Okay.
poor. Okay.
Nah, he seems pretty.
So, are you coming?
I'm following right behind.
Yep.
And he lifts up a rug and reveals a trapdoor with a ladder that leads down.
Yes.
Oh. That's interesting.
After you, Outlanders.
All right. I'll walk through first. Is it dark in there?
You clamber down.
Is
Yeah, there's torches lit at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Going to like a cave.
Torches lit. All right. As soon as we look like we're sort of out of earshot of him, which I don't think it was really going to happen, but, you know, just turns like, anyone else feel this is a bit suspicious?
I've got my shield.
I mean, I'm broke, so I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Khajiit live in shadows.
It's highly suspicious, comes a voice that he just drops down. He doesn't climb down the elevator. He just drops and like lands deftly at the bottom.
Ah, good. I just wanted to be sure.
Now, if you
As long as I don't have to kill anybody, but it doesn't look like the Dark Brotherhood.
if you play funny games, you'll be the ones that end up dead.
Fair enough.
So, work. You look for work.
Yeah, work, money,
There are,
employee.
and he looks at Azahari specifically when he says this. Great rewards to be won in Morrowind. And he opens his coat and lifts out and bounces a little, it's like a glass, round glass jar, but inside you can see it's full of moon sugar.
You know how cats, like, when it gets really dark, their eyes just, like, widen? That's exactly what happens.
Can I do a general knowledge check to see if I know what moon sugar is?
Sure, yeah. Challenge level 2. It's fairly well known. Yep, you
Yeah.
know it's moon sugar. It's illegal, despite the fact that it is a Khajiit mainstay in their food, because it has sort of narcotic effects on non-Khajiit, and in overuse in Khajiit it can have effects.
It's been a long time since Azahari has tasted.
Oh, no Khajiit should live without the sweet taste of moon sugar. And then he goes over and immediately, there's like shelves and stuff down here. He immediately pulls out a small snack and like sprinkles some moon sugar, just shakes it out and hands a bowl to you with this little.
I devour that bowl. I go ham on it, and just it's the messiest thing you've ever seen as an animal eating out of this bowl.
And I
It goes
thought watching
everywhere.
her eat the mud crab was disgusting.
Good sugar. Yes.
Thank you, friend.
We have skooma too, if you'd like some.
Tell me of this work first, and then skooma.
I feel like this humor is.
I trade in goods that the boring Imperials are not interested in trading. But don't think wrong of me. I do not trade in skooma and moon sugar. I trade in
Fair enough.
artifacts.
Ooh, artifacts. That sounds interesting.
You know of the Dwemer?
Or do we? Should
Probably.
we roll?
Do you? You do. Astrid knows of the
Yeah,
Dwemer.
definitely, they're all
Of
three.
course
Dwemer.
I do.
General knowledge?
I'm going to say,
or-
Ferdinand, you don't know of the Dwemer.
2 successes doesn't get it.
You don't know of the Dwemer. You would have heard of dwarves, but you haven't heard of Dwemer.
Well,
Even though they're the same thing, they're just referred to as dwarves from where you're from. So you just, for that moment, you don't put the 2 and 2 together. You're like, Dwemer, huh?
Dwemer, that sounds interesting.
I'm just going to assume I don't.
Oh, you don't want to roll?
Well, what's the roll? General knowledge,
I'm
or
going to say it's a 3.
but what? But
General knowledge, challenge
Yeah.
level 3.
no, gotcha.
2 successes. Same thing. You don't really familiar. But Astrid, you know of the Dwemer and the dwarves because you're from Skyrim, whereas the 2 of you are from areas that don't have dwarven
Hierarch
ruins.
and
Yeah, which
elsewhere.
there's no
Yeah, can't remember the
Dwemer ruins there, as far as I understand.
Yes,
I think
I've heard
there's,
of the
like,
Dwemer.
Old elven
Yeah,
stuff in
yeah,
Hierarch.
it's mostly in Skyrim and Morrowind. So,
Okay.
the Dwemer are basically dwarves, but they weren't short. But they're basically an ancient, long-lost race, and
Yeah,
they have
they were-
ruins and mechanics and technology, etc.
I think like Dwemer technically was like deep elves or something like that. So they were dwarves, but they were technically a
They,
type of elf.
they were called dwarves because the race that named them were giants. So they called them
Okay.
dwarves, but they were just the same height as men. But because the people that gave them their
but
name were literally giants.
They're very close to like stereotypical dwarves, except in the fact that their size and that they are
pointy
elves.
ears, pointy
'Cause they
ears
are
and
elves.
beards. They're
Right.
elves, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that's not really important because they're all dead. So,
Fun fact.
so
At this
Dwemer,
point, I don't think.
he offers to. Well, yeah, no, one's alive. One is definitely alive. So, would you help me procure some more wares?
Where do you find Dwemer? You said.
I have contacts for these machinations and trinkets.
So are we delving into ruins to fetch them, or are we picking them up from someone that's already done that?
You'll be picking them up.
That sounds a lot less dangerous.
They're highly illegal.
Still sounds less dangerous.
How much? How much are we talking?
Coin.
It will be based on commission from what you can acquire, but let's say it will pay more than being a farmhand or a fisherman. You will get
Turns
hundreds
a little
of
green at the mention of
septums
fishermen.
Hundreds we're talking
for
about.
even a single crate.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
See the sights, make some money, avoid the guards, bit of risk in there. Sounds exciting.
Yes, so you'll do it, yes.
Yeah.
Razid is happy. Razid has made new friends.
Yep.
You work for Razid now. Do not delve deeper into here. The Kamoratong will kill you.
The what?
Don't worry about it. Move on. Tabonatong. I shouldn't have said anything. Razid runs his mouth too much.
I'll just pretend I
is-
didn't hear anything.
You
and just
didn't.
not go that way.
Razid said nothing.
It's a Khajiit trait.
So,
Talking, not say a lot.
I would have you go to Moonmoth Fort, just south of Balmora, south and east.
Say again. Sorry.
Moonmoth Fort,
Moon.
south and east of Balmora. Balmora.
Is it Balmora?
Balmora,
Yeah,
yes.
correct.
Razid has sugar in his gums. Makes speaking hard.
I think it's also the snout.
Perhaps, but
Muzzle.
it does not matter. Balmora is the home of House Lalu, if you wish to deal with them, but Moonmoth Fort is close by. It is easier to bypass Balmora. There you'll meet Sestus. His name is Sestus Binsenix. He's a soldier, Imperial, Moonmoth Fort. He procures wares for more pay than his bosses pay him. Razid thinks he is smart for an Imperial. But he will not want to meet you publicly, so you'll have to sneak in.
That's meaning that if somebody else walks in with us, we'll just get arrested. Because him just go, who are these people arrested?
Yes, you'll probably spend your time in Imperial mining prison.
Sounds terrible.
Welcome to a life of crime.
That's just to get started, I suppose.
The pay is good.
Pay is good, the risk is high.
If you don't get caught.
If it makes you feel better, crossing the underworld means you often get stabbed. Crossing the guards just means shackles. It is easier to be on the side of the banditry.
When you put it that way.
When you say stabbed, you mean like non-fatally stabbed?
Sometimes, if you're lucky. So,
Fair enough.
we have the card.
Yep, let's do it.
And just pick up as many artifacts.
Crates as we can.
It will just be a shipment, whatever he has gathered.
Okay.
You are middlemen for middlemen.
Yep, so don't get caught, otherwise we're the patsies.
That's right. You never met Razid. Razid doesn't know you. I cannot even remember your names.
It's fair enough.
Rude. But okay.
Goodbye then.
Glad I put a point in.
All right. We'll start as soon as we can.
Just glad I put a point in infiltration.
Yeah, I'll get up and go to leave. Walk up.
Yep, I'll leave.
Cool. You clamber out up the top. All right, so that's where we're going to end it for this session, and we'll see you next week for another, the continuation and maybe the conclusion of our Elder Scrolls journey. But if you guys love it, if you really love it,
I love it.
we may turn it into a mini campaign
And
where
that
we
would be
do like
amazing.
maybe 6 episodes and we continue the journeys of Astrid, Azahari, and Ferdinand in the land of Vardenfell. I'd love to do that because I'm really passionate about it.
Do it.
I know another couple of people who are really passionate about it. Jen's pretty passionate about it. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm definitely passionate about it.
yeah.
Cool. Lachlan's passionate about it.
As someone who has absolutely no knowledge of Skyrim or anything, I'm loving it.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, I tried to make. There it is. And you know who else is the other
Yay.
people? Our patrons. So the Dark Fox.
Thank you for watching. Without you, we couldn't have not been able to do this at a high level. We are. Thank you so much.
Professor X1718.
AJ Macy.
Yal Hair Triss.
Infinite Shadows.
Tickle Duck.
Yes, you remember. That was great work remembering that.
Thank God, 'cause
That was
I
because they're very
Would
fast.
have forgotten
The fast
whoever
patrons.
would have been after that.
And yeah, we're going to skedaddle, and hopefully, you'll give us that show in the comments. We do read literally all the comments.
I read most
so
of them.
yeah, let's see what you think, and tell us if you want more Morrowind or want something else. You can do something else.
Yeah.
It's fine. We got a patron NPC in whatever the next thing we're doing. We actually pulled them in December.
Yep.
I didn't have time because I put this together this week to back and forth them because we pulled them in December and we're like, we'll work out on the next one. But so whatever we do next,
We'll have an
they're going to be in. So that'll be
That's
cool.
so exciting. Yay.
Nice.
Awesome.
See
All right.
ya. Bye.